Coach, we'll start with an opening statement from you, and then we'll open up for questions.
Very, very tough loss, with it being the final game that personally for me, that I'm going to get to be around this group of seniors and returning guys that have been there longer than 4 years, and some of our transfers that are moving on. This is a really special group to me. The 4-year seniors here were my first class. They were freshmen when I took over as a head coach, and but they did what they've done the whole time, and they fought to the end, and I'm super proud of them, and I'm super proud of what guys like these two guys have done over the last 4 or 5 6 years to put Marymount on the map, and hopefully this is the next stepping stone in our journey.
Coach, you talked about having a big senior group. There were a large number of them in the starting lineup today. Can you kind of talk about their impact that they've had on the team and how those younger guys are going to kind of take in?
So they have been, there's so many different personalities on this team. And I think something that was really big this year was, as guys got older, there were different older guys that could relate to the different personalities of younger guys. And not saying one way is right, one way is wrong, but trying to figure out how we could get to a point at the end of the season where things were most cohesive as much as possible as a group, moving in the right direction. And I think that's where numbers and different personalities kind of helped us. The production, this group, they swung it, they pitched well, they played defense well. That's one thing, but I think the thing that took us to the next level, finally getting the monkey off our back in the conference tournament, was really different personalities coming together at the right time.
Coach, your group has fought for both of these games throughout the entire tournament. Obviously, last night, 3 runs in the top of the ninth. Today, kept getting run after run in late innings. Can you guys just kind of talk about that personality? Eddie?
Yeah, we were down, but we were never out. We knew that if we just grinded each at bat, each pitch, get walks, base hits, we'd have a chance, and that's what we did.
For being here for 6 years and seeing how, when we played these big games, how we kind of lackluster, fall apart, put people on pedestals, and to see the fight that we had every inning of every game, and that was a hard game. You could feel the energy wasn't as high as playing at this nice stadium, and at midnight everyone's energy's up, but I couldn't have asked for a better game to end on. Even though we lost, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm with them on that. I was sitting in the dugout kind of thinking about this team and the journey we've been on, and the team that was out there last night was in a totally different energy level than the team that was out there today. Totally understandable. But I know we didn't get the wins, but the competitiveness, the fight to the end, it didn't change, whether we were way up or way down. It really came full circle in my mind with this group in general, of just some days they're not talkative, and some days they're the most talkative group in the country, but they've always stayed in it. And I think that's really cool.
Coach, obviously you have 2 leaders on your team next to you. What could you say about these 2 guys?
Oh my gosh. Who should I start with? Bobby. So, the cool thing is I've known Bobby even before he got to Marymount, and I always think of Bobby like Manny Ramirez. You just got to kind of let Bobby be Bobby. You try to get too disciplinary with Bobby and too structured, he doesn't do as well. But he's also a guy that when you need to get on him, he won't go into a shell. But I've got a great relationship with Bobby even when he was younger, and he's one who wants more structure. I've seen him grow from a hot-headed freshman that I didn't even like watching take BP in the gym because he was throwing stuff, to being the guy that I watched him. The coolest thing about this year is he had fun every moment. And to play in college baseball for 6 years, He's one of our team captains the last 3 years.
Yeah.
The onus that I put on our captains, the responsibility for him to, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like this year he did all that stuff, but he let himself be a college kid. And I mean, practice games, I saw a different Jordan Dickson this year, and I loved it. I want our guys having fun, man. And that's what I saw in him.
Yeah, last thing for you. Bobby, Jordan, both of you guys were on the last conference tournament team that made their trip to the NCAA regionals. And it took you a good bit of while to get back. But I think there was a lot of growth and a lot of milestones along the way. Talk about your time here and capping it all off with one more chance at the national title at the NCAA regionals.
I mean, yeah, it was a long 4 years between the championships, but you just got to learn from what happened before, and I think we did that, and we took it in a positive way, but it's been a pleasure playing here. I mean, nothing else to say.
Yeah, same thing when he said the 4 years of just, because we're the only ones who had the taste of what it feels like to win a conference, that mindset. And then we had a little bit of complacency that we felt that year after, and it just kind of just became that standard that no one talked about. And finally getting out of that and seeing what we can do in regional, because when we went to the regional last time, we played Salisbury and the number 2 team in the country to tight game, exactly what we just did. So, like, you get here and no pressure. No pressure. It's all on them. And we proved it again. So it's on the younger guys now and Coach Cass to minimize that complacency and understand that we're there. We're literally right there. That's all.
Any other closing thoughts you'd like to add?
Nelson.
Thank you.
Yep.